Hey everybody, Happy New Year. Welcome to the men's basketball edition of Warrior Daily. Tom Gorman and Coach Greer here with you. Coach, a tough week last week to end the 2011 calendar year. Luckily, we're flipping over to a new year now and only conference games remain for your Warriors. But heading down on the road to Wisconsin Parkside and Lewis, not friendly confines for the Warriors. A 62-52 loss to the Rangers on Thursday, and then New Year's Eve at Lewis, a 52-41 result. To be honest, looked like just tough nights offensively. Your team had averaged about 77 points per game, and obviously below that threshold last week.
Well, if you look at the stats, we did a pretty good job defensively. Neither one of those teams shot over 40% on us. I think Lewis might have shot 38% and Parkside 37%, but I thought our defense was pretty good. Parkside got off to a pretty good halftime lead on us. We were able to get it back to a 2-point game. Both of those games were pretty winnable games, but when you play that bad offensively and don't execute, our offense really caused us a lot of problems. We got breakaway layups where we threw the ball away and didn't take care of the ball. And if you look at the stats, both teams shot a lot of free throws compared to what we shot.
Well, hopefully as I know you pride yourself and your team on defense, so hopefully just a little blip on the radar there offensively, and moving forward, you guys will get back to the high scoring percentages that you've been known for. Looking back at that Lewis game, and you kind of touched on it, you guys were out-rebounded for the first time all year and only to the free throw line 8 times. There's probably some different circumstances behind things like that, being on the road, being what it is. But what were some of the problems that Lewis presented that you guys were having a tough time getting to the line?
First of all, Lewis is a very good basketball team. They've defeated Hillsdale in our league. They've also defeated Ferris State. So they're a very good basketball team. Very good basketball team at home. They're a veteran basketball team, and certainly us having played Parkside before that with a day of rest in between was big factors. And really, I just didn't think our team responded well to the 6 days off coming back. We had some guys catching cramps. Cole had some tendonitis in his knee and wasn't 100%. So, not making any excuses, but when you had a short margin of error like we do as far as the number of players we're working with at this particular time, it's really tough. And they just defended us really well. They did a great job on EK. That was, EK was like 3 of 17 or whatever. They did a great job defensively on him. They had great size, and it just causes all kind of problems. And if we can't play inside out, starting with him, then we're not a very good basketball team offensively.
Yeah, that's so true. Really, the front court and EK especially is such a key. He did have a double-double at Wisconsin Parkside, so he was definitely effective there. Ian Larkin with a pretty nice couple of games, 9 and 8 over the 2 games, 7 rebounds in each, so he continues to contribute up front.
Yeah, Ian has got to give us that productivity. We got to get Gerald Williams-Taylor going. I think our bench got outscored 40-something to 4 maybe over the 2-game stretch there. So we've got to get some production from our bench, and we got a couple guys that haven't played a whole lot in Dion Dismute. We got to get those guys some minutes because certainly we can't go the whole season playing 6 guys.
Well, you're heading really into the crux of your conference schedule coming up, and you've got 4 huge games over the next 2 weeks against South Division opponents. The same 2 opponents in Hillsdale and Findlay. You'll go on the road this week on Thursday and Saturday to meet the Chargers and the Oilers, and then return home next week to host those 2 teams. So this is a critical point in the season. A little bit unusual to have to face these teams so close together.
Well, certainly, but as disappointing as our last week was, it was rewarding in the fact that we're going to face the same thing this week. So it gave us a great test of what, real GLIAC road play is like, and that atmosphere was the same, 2 physical, tough teams, and we'll face the same thing with Hillsdale, a very smart team that shoots the 3-ball really well. We've had a little success against them last year, but that's last year, and I'm sure they'll be fired up to play. And Findlay's always a tough out at home, as indicated by their record.
Your team in the conference 5-0. Hillsdale also 5-0 coming into this week. Findlay 4-1. So something we'll have to give over the next couple of weeks as these 3 teams all face off. What's your focus really this week in practice as you get ready for these 2 teams?
Well, really we're trying to shore up some offensive things, whether it's setting good screens, not turning the basketball over, and certainly trying to give EK a few more touches and, mainly trying to get Cole healthy, because if Cole's functioning at 100%, we're a pretty good offensive team, because he makes a lot of everything we do go. I mean, it starts with him and pretty much ends with EK, and those two guys have got to be really good for us. Stacy didn't shoot the ball extremely well over the weekend, but got to get him going a little bit. But it'll be a tough week for us. But I think our guys are up to the challenge. The good thing is they're still on break, don't have finals and a whole lot to worry about. They just got to worry about taking care of Hillsdale and Finley.
All right, Coach. Well, it should be some exciting basketball coming up. Best of luck. We'll talk next week.
Thanks, Sam.
All right, that's Coach Greer. I'm Tom Gorman. Thanks for watching Warrior Daily.